many people work in your studio?
So I work with the studio manager full time, and then we have very often we have an intern who stay for a couple of months to 6 months. It depends. And then we work with a lot of freelancers on different projects. So, for example, if I have to work on a series of pictures, I will work with a retoucher. If I work on a film, I'll work with. Actually, my retoucher is also an optical engineer, and she's the one who calculates all the paper backdrops, because all of them have to be printed on a very specific scale. And she calculates all that. I'm completely unable to do all those things. It's completely out of my reach.
Yeah, but that's that's part of many artists' practice, that they outsource the things that that they can.
Completely. And I think I'm really excited to work with people that I know nothing of, what they are doing. Like, for example, if I work with a pyrotechnician on making explosions, like I love discovering what they're doing. And it's, again, also a sort of a form of exploration of, somebody else's field. And, I think it's amazing to also bring that in the studio. I work with... we work with an iconographer one day, because I was, for many years before I worked on paleoclimatology, I worked on what we called history of science. And I had many photocopies of books that I've photocopied in the library, and I had many things I found on the internet, and it was an absolute mess in my research. And I said to her, could you have a look and let me know if you could potentially find more work that is more archives that are, or even just finding the names of the refining what I've had found before. And she had a very specific way of working, of classifying, and that was absolutely amazing to work with her. I learned a lot. So, or I can work with, obviously I work with a cinema team for a very long time, the same people, and I know nothing about lighting equipment. Obviously, I know about the what I want as a result, but they are. I let them, do their own thing, and I won't, really intrude in, the list of equipment or that kind of thing. So maybe it's a complete coincidence, but a lot of the collaborators you've mentioned working with are women. Yeah.
Is that a coincidence, or is that, do you like working with women?
I like working with women, I suppose, but it's also, I guess, a feeling. Actually, my studio manager now is a man.
Oh, okay.
And I guess my editors are men. My gallerists are men.
Yes.
So it's also that I had a lot of men in that I've been working with for many years. So it naturally, to sort of balance.
Yes.
I had women in the studio, but having said that, my studio manager is now a man. And the performance was fully feminine.
Yeah, because
exactly.
That's a collaboration that we went into already in some depth, and they were all women.
They were women, yeah. And actually, the DOP, so the director of photography that I'm working with for many years, who is not only working on my film but also in the photographs. He's doing the lighting, and he's also helping me with the construction, because he knows the optical effect that I want, and we've been working. He's a friend from high school, and he's a man, so it really
okay. So there's no deliberate pattern. It's
for
just
a while, like the Prix Marcel Duchamp, my studio team was fully feminine.
Yeah.
So I guess sometimes it's the case.
I hope you enjoyed today's episode of Compelling. I've been overwhelmed by encouragement and positivity since beginning this podcast. If you'd like to support, please share, follow, and subscribe wherever you access your podcasts. It really helps the show to grow. Thank you for listening to Compelling.